When you think of the Rolling Stones, two names immediately pop into your mind: Mick Jagger and Keith Richards. For decades, these two rock icons shaped the sound, the look, and the attitude of the band. But behind the spotlight, not everything was as glamorous as it seemed. At 87, Bill Wyman, the band's original bassist, has finally opened up about the real reason so many people both inside and outside the Stones couldn't stand Mick Jagger. And what he revealed is nothing short of shocking: the early days. When it was all about the music back in the early 60s, the Stones were just a scrappy London band trying to make it big. Bill Wyman joined in 1962, bringing his distinctive bass style and quiet personality. Mick Jagger, on the other hand, was already showing his charisma and ambition. He had the moves, the swagger, and a voice that could command a stadium, but according to Wyman, Mick's ambition was both his biggest strength and his greatest weakness. From the very beginning, Jagger wanted to be the star. While the rest of the band thought of themselves as a group of equals, Mick was positioning himself as the face of the Stones. Fame changes everything. By late 60s, the Rolling Stones were one of the biggest bands in the world. But with fame came egos, and none was bigger than Mick's. Wyman recalls how Jagger slowly began making decisions without consulting the rest of the band. Whether it was about set lists, business deals, or even songwriting credits, Mick always seemed to find a way to put himself front and center. To fans, Mick Jagger was the ultimate rock frontman. But behind closed doors, bandmates often felt overshadowed and dismissed. Bill Wyman admitted that it wasn't just him. Keith Richards and Charlie Watts also grew frustrated with Mick's controlling personality. The rock star lifestyle, of course, the wild rock and roll lifestyle, only made things worse. Wyman revealed that Mick wasn't just ambitious, he was also difficult to deal with socially. His relationships, his partying, and his constant need to be in the spotlight created rifts within the band. While the others wanted moments of peace, Mick always seemed hungry for more attention. It wasn't unusual, Wyman says, for Mick to dominate conversations, take over interviews, and make the rest of the Stones feel like backing musicians rather than equals. The breaking point for Bill Wyman by the early 90s. Bill Wyman had had enough. After nearly 3 decades with the Stones, he officially quit in 1993. While he cited wanting a quieter life and more family time, he later admitted that the tensions with Mick Jagger played a huge role. It stopped being fun, Wyman once explained. He felt like he wasn't contributing creatively anymore, and Mick's iron grip over the band made it nearly impossible for him to enjoy the music the way he once had. What other musicians said about Mick Jagger? It wasn't just the Stones who felt this way. Over the years, countless musicians who worked with Mick Jagger have commented on his arrogance. Some admired his drive and energy, but others felt he was cold, calculating, and self-absorbed. Even within the music industry, Jagger developed a reputation for being someone you admired on stage, but didn't necessarily want to deal with behind the scenes. Bill Wyman's truth at 87. Now at 87, Bill Wyman speaks with honesty and clarity about his time with the Stones. He doesn't deny Mick's genius. After all, without Jagger, the Rolling Stones may not have become the legends they are today. But he also doesn't shy away from saying that Mick's personality made life in the band unbearable at times. Fans often ask Wyman if he regrets leaving. His answer? No. While he treasures the memories and the music, stepping away from Mick Jagger's shadow gave him peace of mind. The legacy of tension: the Rolling Stones are still performing, still breaking records, and still filling stadiums. But the cracks within the band, especially the ones caused by Mick's domineering personality, remain part of their story. Bill Wyman's candid revelations only confirm what many suspected. Being in a band with Mick Jagger wasn't easy, and sometimes it was downright impossible. Final thoughts at 87. Bill Wyman doesn't hold grudges. Instead, he reflects with wisdom. He acknowledges Mick's brilliance but also exposes the difficult truth that Jagger's ego drove many away. It's a reminder that behind the glitz, glam, and roaring applause, even the greatest rock bands in history are filled with human flaws. And now fans finally understand why so many, including Wyman himself, just couldn't stand Mick Jagger.